Thank you very much, Peter Baum, for joining us and sharing that insight. Thank you. Now we move on. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has reported widespread power outages across 9 regions of the country, following a massive Russian attack targeting Ukraine's energy infrastructure. According to President Zelensky, Russia has launched an unprecedented assault involving over 450 drones and more than 30 missiles. In response, Zelensky has called on international allies, including the United States, Europe, and the G7 to move beyond symbolic gestures and take decisive action. He specifically urged the delivery of advanced air defense systems and stricter enforcement of sanctions against Russia to help Ukraine withstand these ongoing attacks. Now for this discussion, we're joined by former Ambassador Mahesh Sachdev. He's a former Indian ambassador, joins us live from New Delhi. Thank you very much, Ambassador, for joining us again. Good to see you. Now, how do you see the international response to Ukraine's call for advanced air defense? Also, the recent India might soon change, or they might soon stop or lower their crude oil imports from Russia.
There are 2 parts to your question. Firstly, I would like to go through the context of the current escalation that you have reported. And President Zelensky has been enoughly alarmed to call for wider and deeper sanctions and supplies deficit being met. I think there are 2 or 3 issues here. Firstly, the winter season is just setting in that part of the world, and energy supplies, heating, etc., becomes extremely important for the winter. Secondly, much of the attention of the Western world is diverted to what's happening in Gaza, and President Trump himself is to travel to that area, Middle East, today or tomorrow, to take the credit for having brought this ceasefire around and hostages being released. So I think President Putin's advisors would have taken this opportunity to create a distraction. Thirdly, I think what is not being said too often, Ukrainian drones have been inflicting major damages to Russia's hydrocarbon industry. The pipelines, the crude pumping stations, refineries, and ports. The jetties have been attacked in a repeated manner, leading to Russia's supply bottlenecks, and exports have been also affected. So in retaliation, Russia would be attacking Ukraine's energy infrastructure. All that being said, now we come to the second part of your question about India's reported curbing of imports of crude from Russia. I think these reports are often vacillatory and contradictory. Some of them indicate that India has reduced its intake. Some other talk about, while public sector might have done so, the private sector refineries are gung-ho about Russian crude. Other reports, in fact, talk about the imports of Russian seaborne crude being actually holding up as the discounts have increased. And as you might know, Indian government has claimed repeatedly that it does not interfere on political grounds in the imports. these are done on the basis of economic merits. So if the discounts are higher, then perhaps the imports would also be higher.
Right. Thank you.